Hello, and welcome to this presentation on exporting a virtual machine, or VM, and a template as an Open Virtual Appliance, or OVA, in the Oracle Linux Virtualization Manager. So what is an Open Virtual Appliance? An Open Virtual Appliance is a package that contains the combined elements of a virtual machine. Oracle Linux Virtualization Manager packages an OVA into a TAR archive file. The TAR file contains the configuration of the VM in the OVF, or Open Virtualization Format, directories. These directories include the virtual disk and VM-related metadata. Now let's talk about the export directory. The export directory stores OVA files in a directory on KVM host. You need to create this directory and set the privileges on the directory to read and write for both the owner, which is VDSM, and the group, KVM. For example, the image shows the export directory called templates. You can also see that read and write permissions for the VDSM owner and the KVM group are set. Next, show the steps of exporting a virtual machine as an OVA appliance in the Oracle Linux Virtualization Manager UI. The example starts when the Virtual Machines page of the Compute menu. The first step is selecting the VM you want to export. The image on the slide shows OL8-VM1 highlighted in the table of virtual machines. Next, you click the three-dot icon to expand the Kebab menu. From the Kebab menu, you choose the Export as OVA option. This displays the Export Virtual Machines as Virtual Appliance dialog, and in the dialog you select the host containing the export directory, OVS 037 in this example. For the directory, the image on the slide shows /templates as the full path to the export directory on the KVM host. And the last step is providing a name for the OVA file. The example on the slide shows the name OL80-VM1.OVA. Then you click OK to begin the export. When the operation completes, you'll find an OVA file with the name given in the export directory on the KVM host. You can later import the OVA file and create virtual machines from it. Now let's demonstrate creating an OVA from a template of a virtual machine. The process isn't much different than exporting a VM as an OVA. We begin the demonstration on the dashboard of the Oracle Linux Virtualization Manager UI. From the navigation menu, we go to the Compute Templates page. From the table, I select OL77VM-template, which is our only template. I select Export as OVA from the Export drop-down menu. The Export Templates as Virtual Appliance dialog window displays. In the host field, I select OVS 037 from the host drop-down menu. OVS 037 is the KVM host of my export directory. I then enter the full path of the directory on OVS 037, again as /templates in this scenario. I keep the default name of OL77VM-template.OVA for the name of the OVA file, and then click OK to begin the export. Export times vary depending on the size of your template. The template we're exporting is based on a virtual machine with a 100 GB virtual disk image running a minimal installation of Oracle Linux 7.7. We can monitor the process by clicking the task icon at the top of the page. The top blue status bar shows that the exporting task is running. You can also click the Events tab from the left navigation menu. The event process logs events only when there is an error. So far, so good. Now let's look at the export directory on OVS 037 while the export process is running. I open a terminal window which I have already logged into OVS 037 and change directories to /templates. Here I'll run the ls-l command to list the contents of the directory. Inside the directory there's an OL77VM-template.ova.tmp file being created. I minimize the terminal window for now and return to the templates page and wait for the process to complete. When the export process completes, a green pop-up window appears notifying you that the export is finished and the path to the OVA file. To verify that our OVA file is a tar file, we'll reopen a terminal window and run the file command on it. The command identifies the file to be a POSIX tar archive. Oracle provides a vast number of resources that you can use to discover more about this subject and others in the Oracle Learning Library. You can access Oracle Linux Virtualization Manager documentation at the link shown. Oracle maintains extensive training content, videos, and solutions covering topics related to Linux, cloud, and hybrid users.